After Remy was arrested, the internet went crazy. Really, Instagram could use a fire extinguisher. People were screaming, swinging, snatching wigs, and then police sirens flashed lights, and the roomie was thrown into the back of a squad car like it was the BIT Awards afterparty gone horribly wrong. What did she do? You're prepared for this because this isn't just a fight. This is the season finale of Remy versus the world, and it might end with a jumpsuit rather than the adorable Fashion Nova kind. How did it all blow up? What actually transpired outside that opulent penthouse, and did Remy end up wearing one? Really broke through 3 security guards, tore off Claressa's wig, and said, "You wanted my man, now you got war." Was this a delayed reaction to Claressa's Instagram captions, envy, desperation, or years of suffering, betrayal? And we're taking you inside the drama of Remy Ma versus Claressa Shield, and it's finally breaking like Ray's last nail. Stay right here because what we discovered will blow your mind, break your heart, and make you rethink every Instagram story Claressa has ever posted. This is the breakdown before the breakdown. Saga has officially entered criminal territory, and let's go back a bit because this fight wasn't sudden. It had been developing for months like a serious BDL infection. Rema, Claressa Shields, and of course Mr. Caught in the Middle himself. It's messier than a $3 lace front in a thunderstorm. Papoose now, for those of you who have been ignoring or merely ignoring social media, here is the tea. Remy Ma and Papoose were the power couple of hip-hop, with bars, she did her bid, he held her down, and they exchanged love letters, jail calls, and other romantic fantasies that made folks in Rikers Island cry. Remarks such as, "This truly is love." A hazy kick here, a side hug there, and suddenly Claressa Shields, the 2-time Olympic gold winner and unbeaten boxing champion, who somehow moved from hitting faces to allegedly kidnapping husbands, entered the scene. The video that was shared by someone's dirty relative showed Papoose helping Claressa bring a baby gift into her new home at 2:00 a.m. while wearing pajamas and shells. Remy witnessed it all, but it was the mysterious birthday celebration that really flipped the streets upside down. Simply the video, but the comments, memes, TikToks, and the internet in general don't treat people fairly. One person even modified the video and said, "Remy Ma discovering she's the supporting character in her own marriage." Ever after that became well known. There has been nothing but pandemonium as Remy has been making mysterious statements on Instagram Live, such as loyalty doesn't come with instructions. As everyone is aware, Claressa is sharing mirror selfies with Papoose's favorite hoodie in the background, and Papoose is silent, which is a sign of remorse. However, insiders claim that last night was the tipping point since Remy had been quietly planning her return in the booth and in her marriage. 2 weeks prior, she had stated in a podcast interview, "When it comes to my family, I don't play." No one recognized that it wasn't a metaphor, that was a clear warning, according to an unnamed source, by which we mean Claressa's neighbor, Remy, who has been in constant communication with TMZ since dawn. When Remy arrived at her opulent apartment at approximately 10:48 p.m., she wasn't by herself. Her cousin was with her. Remy arrived wearing a black hoodie and, yes, lashes, looking ready for battle and camera time. The doorbell camera footage hasn't been made public yet, but rumors are that she didn't keep the peace with her real-life parole officer's niece and stylist. When Claressa opened the door after Remy knocked once, he yelled, "You think you can just steal what's mine?" Because she is a warrior, Claressa reportedly replied, "You left it out in the open." One neighbor told reporters, "I thought it was a gas explosion, then I heard someone yell, 'Not the Birkin,' and I knew, oh, it's Puma." The next few moments were so frantic that the Ring doorbell malfunctioned, and there were screams, slaps, and a full-on purse-swinging, door-slamming extension flying. Security attempted to step in, but have you ever attempted to separate a woman who had just witnessed another woman steal her husband in front of the spotlight? Remy allegedly threw Claressa's phone in the fountain, attempted to destroy a Crystal Award trophy, and put Claressa in a crazy corner. The kitchen yelling, "You stole my life. Now give it back." By this time, the building concierge had already contacted the police, and when the NYPD arrived, it was too late. Remy was still yelling, trying to climb over the kitchen island, and had one eyelash hanging. Witnesses report that Claressa remained calm despite being bruised, sipping wine, and whispered, "I told her this was greater than both of us." Police carried Remy out in handcuffs, but not before she turned to the cameras and yelled, "You wanted the story. We're just getting started, so let's examine the specifics of what transpired behind the scenes that resulted in this incredible cuff-worthy takedown and how the streets recovered the text messages, burner phone receipts, and DNS that Remy allegedly hacked. Your story is just getting started, baby, are responding to one of the biggest celebrity altercations of the year. Now listen, we could have ended the incident at the arrest and carried on with our day. But this is Rama, and her story wasn't sufficiently told by a simple mugshot because just minutes after she was taken away in handcuffs, the receipts began to leaking, and baby, they're evil, according to sources. By sources, we mean that a cousin who unintentionally sent a snapshot to her close friend, Remy, had been collecting information about Claressa for weeks, not simply confirmation of suspicions. Let's start with the hacked DMs, which it appears Remy acquired from Papoose. You already know where this is going. The second phone, which he claimed was only for studio business, had screenshots inside that would have forced even the city girls to log off direct messages between Claressa and Papoose dating back to 2023 late at night when you were texting Claressa. Sis cracked the passcode after just 5 attempts. Sending pictures of themselves wearing Papoose's hoodie with the message, "It's mine now," and worst of all, a voice message in which Papoose muttered, "Remy ain't got to know I'm just trying to feel alive again, chillo." People have been experiencing secondhand betrayal via their screens, and as you are already aware, Facebook had, within an hour, the hashtags #FairMay, #Papoose, and #Claressa creep and #is snatched. Her life went viral. One person said on Twitter, "Remy was jailed twice for the same man. Someone call me and fix my life right away." Someone else wrote, "Claressa is beating girls in and out of the ring. Someone should take away her gloves." However, it doesn't end there since Remy discovered bank statements in addition to DNS. If they are authentic, which let's face it, they definitely aren't, how come they feel authentic to us? Examining a full-blown scam, it turns out that Papoose has been sending a lot of money to a business account called Shields Empire LLC. It sounds adorable until you realize that the address associated with that account is the same building where Claressa resides, and it has been receiving monthly deposits marked child. Wait, what child support advance? We don't even know if a baby has been born yet, but Papoose was already making layaway payments. Oh my, things are terrible. A phony insider who used to paint Claressa's nails claims that the relationship was far deeper than anyone realized. It seems that Claressa has been intending to relocate to Atlanta with Papoose. They reportedly chose a gated community and even discussed launching a reality show called Power Couple Rebuilt Baby. This isn't Remy sitting at home preparing a rap comeback while her man is out here organizing a leisurely lunch on Z's network, in case you were expecting the internet to reveal. Social media has been brutal, with TikTokers reenacting the fight with Party City wigs, YouTubers sharing body language analysis of Ray's arrest footage, and Claressa Sis posting a boomerang of herself drinking champagne with the comment, "Cheers to the truth finally." Winning by going live and declaring, "Ray's not crazy, she's just passionate about what's hers." Ray's cousin, the same person who revealed the direct messages, tried to minimize the harm. Ma'am, it isn't helping at all. However, what really sent fans into a frenzy was when Ray's official team released a voice memo that was recorded inside the police van. Let me add that inside the police van, Remy was clearly heated and could be heard saying, "You all want to cancel me for loving too hard. Cancel yourselves. I'm going to take command like a queen." And I'm not kidding when I say that someone transformed it into a full-fledged TikTok soundscape by adding a backdrop piano. People are making depressing modifications with the music playing all the time. Gen Z isn't really cool, yet despite the memes, the jokes, and Claressa's arrogant champagne toasts belie the fact that this is more than just a celebrity feud. Rather, it's an emotional unraveling. Remy Ma, who battled to restore her life, image, and brand after serving time in jail, is now witnessing it all fall apart once more, this time in front of one fan. Rudy's story quickly went from redemption to tragedy, and she needed a therapist rather than a court date. As all of this is going on, guess who has been incredibly silent? That's right, people, no statement, no denial. Leo got it wrong, just plain hiding as if it's witness protection. But don't worry, we found out where he is. To put it mildly, the fact that he was seen in Detroit of all places is raising some really intriguing concerns. Could he be with Claressa once more? Is this a setup? Or is he going to disappear completely and appear in Season 3 of Baddies East? The fallout? Just when we thought things couldn't get much worse for Remy, the DA stated that there would be legal repercussions. These include not only the fight, but also investigations, potential charges, and a great deal of public outrage. This brawl isn't just viral, it's spiritual, you guys. Prosecutors formally announced this morning that they are filing charges against Remy Ma, and it's not just for assault. They've hit her with 3 misdemeanors. This came just as the dust was beginning to settle, and the New York District Attorney had revealed a plot twist that no one had requested. 1 felony and an extremely strict restraining order that prevents her from liking Claressa's photos accidentally are among the allegations. Third-degree assault is accused for hurling a wine bottle at Claressa's head, and property destruction is for destroying a $15,000 crystal medal that Claressa had just received for women in because of the brawl that set off a fire alarm, which forced the building to be evacuated, and the fact that 1 elderly resident reportedly fainted in the hallway. This isn't love and hip-hop. It's Law and Order BX unit. Now, this is where things get spicy, according to courtroom insiders EKA, who streamed live on TikTok throughout the arraignment. Remy arrived at the courtroom looking absolutely unconcerned. She wore a fitted camel trench coat, big sunglasses, and dreadful slides. When the judge announced the charges, she grinned and remarked, "I've heard worse bars." In a rap war, the audience erupted in applause, but the most widely shared moment of all was when Claressa appeared, not to testify, but to observe that Sis was seated in the second row, her arms crossed, sporting the same arrogant expression from her previous Instagram post, and Remy turned to witnesses, said that she mouthed the words, "You're still obsessed." People believed that another brawl might start inside the courthouse at that point, so security had to practically move their position. The anxiety was unbearable, but Papoose was nowhere to be seen. Fans are calling BS after a hazy photo of someone who looks much like Papoose at a Detroit sushi bar with a woman who isn't specifically Remy or Claressa surfaced online. Rumor has it that he's still in Detroit, purportedly working on a documentary. While the world jokes, Remy Ma's team is in full-on damage control mode, releasing a vague statement blaming her for emotional distress, betrayal, and compounded trauma. Streets had theories, and Reddit already has a 32-slide PowerPoint called Papoose Ain't Never Been Papoose Deception Timeline. Actions, they also verified that Remy has willingly enrolled in a wellness retreat in upstate New York, which means she is avoiding the cameras while her attorneys try to turn this into a comeback tour. However, an anonymous source from the Bronx DA's office is where the real plot twist occurs. Claims that additional charges could be filed for Remy's alleged intimidation tactics prior to the physical altercation, as well as for the physical altercation. It appears that in the weeks preceding the incident, Claressa received 2 anonymous letters, both of which were handwritten and threatening, and the paper used matches a notebook. I'm not saying that Remy is pulling a full-blown Netflix series move, but this isn't looking good, baby. Despite everything, including the backlash, the court drama, the memes, and the new wave of Remy did nothing wrong merchandise, some fans are still writing for Remy. Online, one TikTok creator even started a free Remy challenge where participants yell, "She stole my life," in dramatic fashion. In public spaces, it has become a major fad. Meanwhile, Claressa is out there living her most carefree life, sharing fitness montages and spa selfies. Cryptic captions such as, "Peace is costly but worth every penny." Sis is glowing as if she just avoided the lawsuit, which, in all honesty, she may have had, but let's face it, nobody's really winning here because Remy faces possible jail time once more. Her career is in danger, her marriage is at best precarious, and Claressa, well, although she is receiving a lot of attention, people are already calling her a career record in comment sections, and even brands are becoming anxious. For example, a luxury hair extension company recently fired Remy as a brand ambassador, and Claressa's collaboration with the fitness app was put on hold for a review period, but we're still not sure why. He is most likely writing bars that no one requested, but we do know that this drama has officially gone beyond cheating and power. We are now in the midst of emotional warfare, court cases, and public outbursts. The last thing on everyone's minds is whether Remy will recover. As she always does with a freestyle and a tell-all podcast, will Claressa release a documentary called "I Never Stole Nothing That Wasn't Given"? Will Papoose ever be seen again, or is he somewhere writing letters of apology to both women? This isn't just celebrity rumors anymore. It's a warning story and a front-row seat to a full-blown breakdown from courtrooms to red carpets, from Instagram captions to mugshots. The Remy Macher Essa Shields Papoose triangle has officially reached Greek tragedy levels, complete with betrayal, brawls, burning phones, and a great deal of broken trust. Because if Claressa truly didn't want this smoke, why did she appear in court dressed like it was Fashion Week? If Remy was the one who was crazy, why did she have a PowerPoint presentation with DNs, receipts, and timestamps prepared? And most importantly, where in the world is Caboose, and why is he acting as though this person is missing? Since you already know that we're going to be stuck in this mess, please share your theories in the comments section. We need answers, we need healing, and someone needs to say, this was all for a reality show. Is Claressa the antagonist or the victim? Is it appropriate to drag Papoose in public or silently banished? Much like the video subscriber for more mayhem, and keep checking back because the story doesn't finish with this crew.